My name is Abby Falik. I'm the founder and CEO of Global Citizen Year. We're a nonprofit social enterprise reimagining the pathway from high school to college. And before I tell you what we do, I want to frame a little bit of the context for why we do what we do. Remember this. Remember when we used to have to buy a whole CD, even if there was just one song we were really looking for? It's remarkable how quickly we've moved from this to this as the new norm. I was reading an article by Clay Shirky, imagining the future of higher education in America. And he proposed that in the next few years, we're going to see a radical shift where learning becomes unbundled from the four-year college in much the same way that music has become unbundled from the CD. Like the music industry, higher education in America is on the cusp of a radical change, and this is a good thing. We need this change. Today, America leads the world in college dropout. And for those who do make it through, so many of our students are paralyzed with crippling debts, and many are totally unemployable. A recent McKinsey survey showed that less than 10% of employers believe that our college grads have what it takes to lead in our global economy. This is a crisis. It's a crisis, but there's an opportunity. And the opportunity emerges if we can focus on one key question. And that question is this: what do our students really need to learn? And how do we reinvent the system around that? So imagine for a moment, remember your own college experience, and I'm going to ask you to think about the most formative learning experience in college. Raise your hand. It took place in a lecture hall that looked something like this. Got a few here, but for most of us, the most formative learning, the opportunities to learn about who we are and who we want to become, take place outside of a classroom. For me, it was the experience as a junior in college, living and working in Latin America. And it was an experience that blew open my sense of who I was, what my own potential could be as a leader for social change. And when I came back to campus as a senior, I had 1 year left. But suddenly I had a sense of purpose, a sense of focus, a sense of the questions I was trying to answer. But the clock was ticking. I had very little time to cram it all in. And so if we know that real-world experience unlocks real learning, why do we wait until the junior year to send our students abroad? What if every student in America had an opportunity like this before setting foot on a college campus? Global Citizen Year exists to make this the new norm. Here's how it works. Each year, we recruit a diverse core of emerging leaders, high school graduates from across the country, and we support them through a transformative global bridge year in Latin America, Africa, soon to be Asia. They spend the year living with a family in a local community, fully immersed in local language and culture, and working as apprentices, supporting projects in education. They teach in schools, they work in health clinics, they support local agriculture or technology projects. They communicate their experiences through media outlets so that their stories can create a ripple of impact so much bigger than themselves. And when they arrive on campus, they're not burnt out, but they're guided by a set of burning questions that they want to use their college experience to answer. They have grit, resilience, empathy. What college in their right mind wouldn't want a set of students like that? But we've built this program to inspire something so much bigger. We aim to do nothing less than catalyze a paradigm shift in how kids transition to college. And today I am so proud to announce our innovative partnership with the New School, an Ashoka U changemaker campus. Together with faculty advisors at the New School, we've developed an additional set of academic enrichments to our core curriculum. In a sense, it's college coursework that supports learning of the Global Citizen Year experience. And through this experience, when students come back, they've earned a full year of college credit. Essentially, Global Citizen Year replaces their freshman year. This is radical. This means that the bridge year suddenly becomes an integral and expected part of the college experience. And as we continue conversations with leading colleges and universities around joint admissions agreement, shared financial aid, we're also seeing a broader movement begin to emerge among other schools. Middlebury recently published a report that shows that a bridge year corresponds to improved academic performance for their students on campus. And we're seeing the shift among other schools from UNC to Dickinson to Princeton, all of whom have recently decided to invest new resources to ensure that more and more diverse students have deep and formative bridge year experiences before they set foot on campus. Today, we have 100 alumni from our first 3 years and nearly 100 fellows in the field, 80% of whom are receiving need-based financial aid. But this is really just the beginning. We're building a movement so that someday colleges suggest, if not require, that all of their students take a bridge year. Admissions letters go out and say, congrats, we'll see you after your Global Citizen Year. And employers on the other side look at your resume and they wonder, why didn't you take a bridge year after high school? This is just the beginning of this bold movement, and this is a bold community. So in closing, I want to share a quote and a question. The quote comes from one of my heroes in this work, Saul Kahn, the founder of the Khan Academies. He suggests that we're at a once-in-a-millennium turning point in education, not just in this country, but in the world. And looking around this room, it's hard to imagine that we don't all share that sense that this is true. It's time. It's a national imperative. And so here's the question for all of you. Will you join us? Thank you.